stand, blood on fallen leaves. Left alone and lost, darkest lines that I must cross. Lords unite with thieves. Fear in the blade, the spirits of the fallen faith, soil and degrade. My legacy and name, bend in the code, to Father Judy long bestowed. Burden
Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Let me go ahead and post that in chat for ya. That was When Honor Dies by Miracle of Sound, based on the game Ghost of Tsushima. I'll be honest, I came up with kind of a random-ass reason why that totally works, and it was essentially, yes, in TCGs, where you start oh so honorable, but you become just a complete asshole as the game goes less and less in your favor. Anyway, unmuted Genshin there, so let's go ahead and get into the actual game. Sound working? Sound is working, so let me bring you into the full game then, or the stream. Hello everyone, I'm Peter Moxilin, Keeper of the Archives. Welcome to the stream. Let me go ahead and do this, because I'm pretty sure I knocked the sound back down between streams. Yep, you think I would have learned not to, but, I like playing the game. Yep, looks okay to me. Okay, so we're not just playing the game for the sake of playing the game here. We actually have a bit of a goal. I want to see how much of the Genius Invocation TCG I can get through in one stream, and possibly then split into multiple streams if I like what I'm doing with it and I want to see more. Anyway, first of all, just to get this out before anything else, for the drink along today, there's a bit of an interesting thing going on here, because I have a total of 3 glasses. One is just normal ass water, one is my kind of fall season tea with some simple syrup mixed in, and one is eggnog. Not like eggnog that you go out to a store to buy or something, I think that's a thing you can do. But it's actually homemade based on the Adam Ragusa video about making eggnog, where he actually, like, found a microbiology department at Rockefeller. He went to a microbiology department at Rockefeller University, which is a respectable name for those of you outside of America. And essentially they had like a lab tradition of making this one eggnog recipe. And so this guy essentially went to the one eggnog scientist in the world. And so I have high hopes for this recipe, combined with the fact that it uses both rum and whiskey, and so it was actually a pretty damn boozy milkshake. But, by the way, yeah, boozy milkshake is basically eggnog. Sorry for not explaining that ahead of time. But also, because I have a total of 3 rums in my possession at the moment, and 2 of them are just the same rum but infused with different things, I decided that for the rum for this recipe, I was going to go ahead and use my spiced rum. So this is Demerara 8-year, infused with like orange, cinnamon, vanilla, cloves, black pepper, allspice, theoretically. The last 2 or 3 of those really don't come through very well, but it is noticeably spiced in its flavor. So I think a spiced rum would actually go super well with this eggnog. And just for full disclosure, it's also topped with some grated nutmeg, just for extra flair and a bit of flavor. Basically nutmeg on the nose. Like, it makes sense. Half of the volume of this glass is foam at the moment, so not exactly a lot of scent to get through. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a boozy milkshake, and it is delicious. Oh, okay. I'll be honest, this might be my favorite thing I've made. This is so good. YouTube, don't make me chill out. I know I was quiet for 2 seconds, shut up. Okay, so right up front, you immediately get that burst of spice from the spiced rum, and then it blends into the flavor of the whiskey, I think that is, because it builds more of a bite over time, not like a very harsh ethanol bite, but noticeably that is definitely alcohol in that drink. It's not being covered up entirely. But the texture of what is basically a milkshake, because this recipe uses heavy cream whipped into whipping cream, whole milk, egg, and sugar. I think that's about it. Hold on, what's YouTube telling me? Audio, whatever. Basically, if there's an audio problem, that means that I was quiet. Anyway, yeah, so it's like all of those dairy products combined together make the milkshake side of stuff, but the eggs are then combined with the two different kinds of alcohol, and that makes like the basis of what would be better if it wasn't booze. Yeah, I'm surprised at how much the alcohol manages to cut through that. Like, I really expected this to be, I can taste the rum and the whiskey, but it tastes like those flavors are inside of milk or cream or whatever. No, the actual bite of the alcohol does come through, but it's mellowed by all of the creaminess. And then as you get further into the flavor, the spiciness kind of transitions into just being a lot of vanilla, I think that is. Oh, there's the apple notes from the whiskey. I thought I would probably get those somewhere. Yeah, just a lingering spice. Not like spiciness, like the bite, but spice as in from the infused rum. Okay, that works super well. I am totally making a full version of that recipe and then letting it maturate for the full 3 weeks that I'm supposed to let it sit for. Because this only sat for 1 week. And in general, as you let it go, the flavors mellow out more and it becomes more complex and interesting, apparently. That was me taking a sip of water there just to kind of clear my palate a little bit. Anyway, let's go ahead and go over to the journal here. TCG is Mondstadt's Alchemy Store. And also, I now know, because I watched a video or two online, that there's actually... there's now a location in Mondstadt that wasn't there before. Or we weren't able to go to it before, at least. Also, what's my resin at? 105? Okay, cool. Over to here. Gotta load up a different country real quick. Cool. I was expecting you have to go over to the gem.
So, Sucrose, the package you mentioned that you received before, it's not dangerous, is it?
Oh, auto's off. No, of course it's not dangerous. It's just addictive. It's trading cards.
You need to be careful when you're opening packages. I once had a friend mail me some research materials, and all the bouncing around in transit caused a reaction. Once I opened it, oh, it let out a stench that could wake the dead. If your package contains anything like that, then maybe you should check with Albedo first and see what he thinks.
No, this package didn't contain any hazardous materials.
Timaeus! Sucrose! What are you two chatting about?
Oh, hey, you two. We're just talking about a strange package that Sucrose received recently.
A strange package?
Yes. I believe it's from a Sumeru scholar who came here to study in Mondstadt. It's most likely a thank you gift for collaborating on some research together.
Huh? A package from an academia scholar? Oh, then there could be anything inside.
There wasn't anything dangerous inside, just a bunch of strange cards.
Oh no.
I think I've seen Timaeus with some similar looking cards before, so I came to ask him about what they might be.
You've seen me with some cards? Maybe those were the testing cards used for distinguishing reagents.
No, they didn't look like test cards. Here, have a look.
Oh, there's a click. Okay.
Oh, you meant these? Huh. Sucrose, have you really never seen these before?
Well, they weren't implemented until 3.3, so shut up.
No, never. Recently, I've been spending all my time up in the mountains working on cultivating pentatanic sweet flowers.
What?
Why? Is this an area of research that has started trending in the alchemical community during my absence?
I wonder if that's actually going to be a thing, by the way. Pentatanic. That makes me think that it's 5 tannins, which tannins are normally like bitter, mildly poisonous. It's found in like red wine and tree sap, depending on the tree. I suspect the pentatonic might refer more to just flavor in general, though, so maybe 5 flavor sweet flower or something? I don't know.
You could definitely say that it's trending, but not as an area of research. It's a card game that's been getting really popular these days. It's called Genius Invocation TCG.
Why is it called TCG?
TCG!
Why is it called TCG if it is a TCG? I assume this is probably just a known thing, but just to be super clear, TCG stands for trading card game. Sorry. I mixed up TTRPG? Yeah, tabletop role-playing game. I mixed up the T in that. No, TCG is trading card game.
Genius Invocation TCG! Haven't you heard of it before? Apparently, it's a game that was invented by a scholar in the academia. People from all over are playing it now.
And apparently it's spread
That's
by word
right.
of FOMO.
The game's been catching on lately. The Yae publishing house in Inazuma has even published a series of light novels based on the game. The story is really good.
I choose to believe that the plot of that novel series is based on the protagonist trying to send people to the Abyss realm or such.
It starts with a young guy in Sumeru who finds an ancient casket of tomes.
Oh,
in
dear
the
God.
attic. He opens it and discovers that the soul of an ancient TCG player called the Crocodile King has been captured inside.
I made the joke first, okay, game?
It turns out that the Crocodile King was King Deshret's viceroy, who battled an opponent named the Ibis King. During the match, the Crocodile King fell prey to his opponent's scheme and was sealed away in the casket of tomes. After being unexpectedly released by the kid, the Crocodile King possesses him and helps him to gradually climb the ranks and become a legendary TCG player.
Timaeus.
Huh? What's wrong, Sucrose? If you're interested in how the story plays out, I can lend you the novels.
No. I was just thinking about that time you requested an extension on your progress report deadline, citing personal reasons for the delay.
Don't admit it. Don't admit it.
Well, I did go through a phase recently where I wasn't putting enough focus on my work, but it's under control now. I've committed to not even touch Genius Invocation TCG until I've made enough progress in my research.
Have you held to that commitment?
Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh? Why's that?
Well, since it's a gift from a researcher I've collaborated with, I thought that I should at least try to learn the rules. That way, I could say that I at least tried to appreciate his gift.
Oh, right! And since it's a game from Sumeru, who knows? Playing it might even make you smarter.
Stop trying to convince me of that game. It won't. It's just hopefully going to be fun.
Okay, fine. Paimon's curious and would like to give it a try. Please? Although, it seems like we can't learn how to play it anytime soon, 'cause Timaeus has given up for a while.
Well, research is my priority, you know. But if you'd like to learn the rules of Genius Invocation TCG, then I'd actually suggest you go to the Cat's Tail.
The location that did not exist in 3.2.
Yep, that's the place. It's where everyone in the community goes to play when they have time. They gather there, trade cards, and they're very welcoming to new players.
I can't wait for half the building to be yelling at me for using a non-meta deck, and the other half to be yelling at me for only using a meta deck. I have played TCGs before. Not a ton. I only got sucked in for like a year when I was a teenager, but I know how it goes. Either make your own fun or accept that everyone hates you for one reason or another.
Trying to learn the rules can be intimidating at first, but it's a lot of fun once you get the hang of it.
Understood. Traveler? Paimon? Let's go to the Cat's Tail and try asking around. To be honest, hearing Timaeus talking about the game has also piqued my curiosity.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get going!
Battlefield of dice, cats, and cards. Conveniently close. Oh, I thought it was over here. How conveniently close. Oh hey, Genius Invocation TCG. They have cats. I shall live here.
Welcome to the Cat's Tail. Ah, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What a nice surprise.
Have I ever met you before? I more knew this as Diona's place. I know that Diona is the daughter of someone who she's worried about his drinking or something, so this might be her mom?
Oh, and Sucrose the Alchemist. It's been a while, hasn't it? I'm afraid I've already told you before. Fur from the Cat's Tail staff is not for sale, no matter how much Mora you offer.
Sucrose, would you like to explain? Also, why does the staff have fur? Like, wait, are these actually the staff? I thought they were just kind of cats. Oh my god, I love this place.
Don't worry, Margaret. We're not here for that research project I told you about last time.
Please explain.
Sucrose, what kind of experiment were you trying to do with the cat's tail?
Oh, I just wanted to test out some hypotheses, and I needed some materials. But, we can talk about that later. Actually, Margaret, we're here to learn more about Genius Invocation TCG.
Ah, Genius Invocation TCG. We were just talking about that game.
Was there a need to
You see, more and
explain?
more people have been gathering at the Cat's Tail to play, so I thought, why not have a dedicated staff to serve the new customers?
Hey, tutorial bot, yay!
I'm
sorry, what was that?
Interpret. Prince says that the word customer is much too loose of a term, and we should instead refer to anyone who loves dueling with cards as TCG players.
Is that how big those dice are? Because we roll 8 of them per turn. I feel like that's not actually representative. Also, they have a cat named Prince who's referred to as Saint of TCG or something. I love they're having fun with this.
My mistake. So it seems I haven't introduced you yet. This is Prince and Shuyan. They will be in charge of taking care of our TCG players.
I'm afraid I must correct you there, ma'am. Only Prince, the strongest and most formidable TCG player of all, is capable of providing valuable guidance to our new players. The average player is incapable of grasping the subtlety and sheer genius behind Prince's every play, and he has no choice but to rely on me to communicate with everyone. I am merely Prince's lowly assistant, that's all.
Okay, wouldn't mind you turning it down a little bit.
Another guy who can understand animals!
How can you use such a crude word as animal to describe the one and only Prince? He is special and the only one of his kind. Such a remark is an insult to Prince. Oh? What's that? Shuyan. In the eyes of the common folk, I look no different than any other ordinary cat. It's a natural mistake to make, and you shouldn't overreact. Understood. I do apologize.
It seems he really is capable of communicating with the cat. Could this be the result of some modification to the language center of his brain?
Oh, Sucrose. You were introduced to the game during a time when logic could determine things. Girl, go to Inazuma and try to make sense of shit like Ito.
Seriously, how can he get all of that from a simple meow?
Well, Paimon, either it's a very complex language system that he just intuitively understands pretty well, or he's making shit up. I could believe either at this point.
It was the duels of Genius Invocation TCG that allowed our hearts to bond. It's understandable that ordinary people such as yourselves are unable to comprehend such a thing.
Why did you play against a cat?
So, playing Genius Invocation TCG fosters some sort of a telepathic link between players?
Somehow Paimon doubts that.
Uh-huh. Anyway, if you'd like to know anything about Genius Invocation TCG, then please ask Shuyan, who will ask Prince. Though I'd love to explain more myself, it's time for my daily walk. I'll let Prince play a game with you and walk you through all the rules.
Just as a seasoned warrior can foresee the path of his opponent's sword, so too can I, as a TCG master, predict my opponent's every play. It would be improper to pit a newcomer to the art of the card against one such as myself, and I must therefore politely decline.
That cat is enormous.
That's what Prince said.
Oh, Prince doesn't want to play with us, huh? Fine, then Prince doesn't have to. We'll play you instead.
I'm sorry, but from the day I met the mighty card master Prince, I swore an oath that my hands would live solely to hold the cards and not to play them. I will never play another match of my own again.
Cool.
If Prince is unwilling to play, then I guess we should look for an alternative. How about this? Diona!
Or literally anyone else in this entire building. You were just there,
I'm
okay.
pretty busy over here, you know.
Doing what?
Why is it that every player that sets foot in here to play Genius Invocation TCG has to have a drink? Ugh! Don't they have any clue that the key to playing a game is the ability to think straight?
I've met you in game, right?
Seriously, games and drinks don't mix. Don't they get that? Ugh!
What can I say? As the tavern owner, I can't help but feel happy to hear this. Anyway, I see you've been working hard, so I thought you could use a break. So why not come over here and teach these customers the rules of Genius Invocation?
Ha! Yeah, what kind of break is that? I'd rather not. Oh, why are we letting all these loafers come in here to play Genius Invocation TCG anyway? All it does is encourage more people to come to the bar for...
Oh, shit,
you know,
sorry.
if drink sales keep going up like this, pretty soon Mondstadt's alcohol industry is gonna reach new heights. Looks like my first step in destroying Mondstadt's alcohol industry should be stamping out the spread of Genius Invocation TCG.
My dear, you are quite mistaken. You said it yourself, a clear mind is necessary to win. Soon, their thirst for victory will overcome their thirst for alcohol. Prince speaks the truth, Diona. Not only is the spread of Genius Invocation TCG no obstacle to your goal of destroying Mondstadt's alcohol industry, it could even support you in this endeavor.
I don't think you understand how alcohol works.
Could it really?
Sure, why not? Alrighty then. Our two customers are waiting to learn. Shuyan, let's put you on drink mixing duty for now.
But Shuyan is destined for a far greater purpose.
Shuyan, drink mixing, now.
Okay.
Ooh, all right. We'll need some space to learn. Let's go to that empty table over there.
Cool. Not gonna lie, that went on a little bit longer than I hoped it would. I was hoping that was gonna be enough.
Okay, let's go through the rules. First things first. You'll be needing your deck, so place that on the table.
Deck?
Yes. You should have built a deck. You know, a set of cards that meets the bare minimum requirement to play the game. What's with the blank stares? Come on. Don't tell me you came to learn Genius Invocation TCG without bringing any cards.
Do card games just not exist in this world or something? Like, this... How do you go to a thing like this, knowing that there are cards involved in the game, and you don't think maybe there is deck building in here or something? Yeah, I should do this.
That's right. We have some cards that I received from a friend.
Yeah. You're gonna need a few more cards than that.
Okay, give us the minimum deck size.
Okay, let me think. To learn the game, you'll need at least 2 character cards to switch between. Oh, that reminds me. A few days ago, when I was closing up for the night, I noticed a customer had left a couple of character cards on the bar counter. Maybe you could use those for now.
Those cards better be pretty damn inexpensive then. Also, that's literally theft. And if people are taking this game seriously, then that would be serious.
Are you sure that's okay?
No.
It's already been a few days and he still hasn't come back to claim them. Who knows? Maybe he left them here on purpose. Oh, okay, yeah, I got them here with me. You know, just in case the customer came looking for them. Yeah, not because I like to play the game or anything. Please.
Alright, so now we have 2 character cards. That's everything we need, right?
Yup. So, are you ready to start?
If we're just gonna have a deck of 2 character cards, we're about to get absolutely wrecked.
Alright, then let's begin.
Okay, so it's a 4-part tutorial. Got it.
Welcome to the world of Genius Invocation TCG.
Oh, it's a click. Okay.
Simply put, this is a game where you control character cards to duke it out with your opponent. Pew, pew, pew! Once you've defeated all of your opponent's character cards, victory shall be yours. Now then, you're gonna need a character on the field to start with.
Damn it. I was gonna try to select Kaya, whatever, because he has lower energy. You need to do actions, essentially, to build up energy, 1 per action. And when you have max energy, if you have stuff that we'll learn about in a bit, then you can use your burst.
Let's finish this, swiftly.
What's your attack?
First, we roll 8 elemental dice at the start of every round.
Okay, so we're looking for Pyro.
These dice correspond to elemental energy. We'll be spending these dice to perform actions.
This is actually the part that I'm really interested in, because this is essentially variable type set amount mana. Most of my TCG experience is with Magic the Gathering and lesser with Yu-Gi-Oh! So Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't really have an energy system, Magic does. But as a result, we have 4 mana, dice, whatever, for Diluc to use, and we have 2 Omni energy, which can be used. It's colorless mana in comparison. It's mana that you can use on anything. And then these 2 he can't use at all. Or he can use them for when something calls for any kind of mana. That's your passive skill. What did it do?
Once the roll phase is over, you'll enter the action phase, where the real game starts. During the action phase, you can spend elemental dice to perform various actions. Of course, the most common action is to use character skills.
Oh, I might be in the way for this, actually, I just realized. If so, I might just move myself to the other side or something. Yeah, okay, yeah, other side is just blocking my character thing, so I'm gonna move myself to the other side of the screen. One moment. Hold on. I haven't actually had to do this in place before. There. Well, that... What? Oh, I'm really unused to that, doing that. Okay, let me do this then. This is gonna look kind of weird, my apologies. There, I'm on the other side of the screen now. Apologies for that. I'll see if I can figure out a better way to do that for the future. Anyway. Yeah, so his regular, just basic-ass attack is 1 Pyro, 2 Colorless. So that's where we could use the Hydro and the Electro here. His elemental skill is 3 Pyro. So currently, the Hilichurl is selected. So that has 4 health. How much does his skill do? Oh, good. This does actually tell you. It's 3 Pyro. For the 3rd use of this skill each round, it deals +2. Huh. 2 physical. So it's probably going to be skill into normal attack kills the Hilichurl. And that's also going to build up 2 energy, so that's going to be 2 of 3 for doing his super. His burst, there we go. Yep, cool. 3 damage, yep. Yep. It just told me all the stuff that I was talking about anyway. Oh, it goes 1 to 1. Okay.
Not bad. You just made your first attack. During the action phase, both sides will take turns making their moves.
I thought we were allowed to kind of do however much, kind of a la Gwent, I guess.
After you use a skill to attack your opponent, it's their turn to attack. And as you can see, once the enemy finishes their move, it's our turn again.
Okay, so it's 1 to 1. It's me, then you, then me, then you. But it's the 8 dice is the total. Okay. Okay, this is to show us. This is to show off the Omni dice. No, game. I want to kill with this. Fine. Yeah? Do you want me to click these?
Now, these
Okay.
are Omni-Element dice. They can be spent on any move regardless of the elemental type. So, we're gonna use them to pay for the pyro dice needed for this skill. Go on, give it a try.
Oh, hey, they're already selected. What do you know? Killed. 2 of
That was
those.
pretty good. That's one opponent down for the count. Bam! But the game has only just begun. Remember? You have to defeat all opponents to win.
So this is going to do 3, or is it 3 plus? That's a 2. Oh, it's 3 attacks of
As much
plus
as
1,
we'd
maybe?
like to attack again, seems like we've run out of usable dice. In that case, let's end this round. After you end round, you won't be able to do anything else this round. And once everyone chooses end round, we can move on to the next round.
So the asynchronous round end there is actually a thing to consider, because if your opponent ends round and you still have all of your dice somehow, then you can just keep doing stuff and your opponent can't do anything because they've ended the round. So you can just pull off entire combos of other stuff and they can't interrupt you or anything. The other side of that, by the way, is that if you end the round, then you are guaranteed to attack first on the next round. So that's kind of the balance point between what to do. So I ended the round, so that means that I go first. Yeah.
All right, here we are, a fresh new round. Woohoo!
So probably going to be maybe the normal attack. Depends on how the game wants us to strategize. Either the normal or elemental to attack, do some damage, get our third energy, and the following turn is going to be our burst, I would guess.
And a fresh new round means time to roll the dice again. That's how we're gonna get the elemental energy we need, after all.
Okay, how many pyro? 1 pyro.
Ooh, that's some terrible luck. Well, there's no way we'll be able to use D-Luke's skill now. But don't worry, situations like these are why we have the option to reroll.
I thought that might have been just a round 1 thing. Okay.
Once per round, you can select all the dice that you don't like and re-roll them.
And we have no need for anything but pyro, so go ahead and just select all of these and re-roll. And it's once per round, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pyro total.
When the action
Yeah.
phase begins, the player who first chose end round in the previous round takes their turn first. This means that since you finished first the last round, you'll be the first to start this round.
I thought spacebar would advance.
Alrighty then, let's learn a little bit about energy and elemental bursts. Each time you use a skill, your character will gain 1 energy.
Oh, so only on skill? I thought that was on skill or attack. Yeah.
Once D-Luke's energy is full, he can use a powerful elemental burst. But we're still 1 short. Never mind. Let's start with the normal attack instead.
So that's going to be 1 pyro, 2 hydro, I think. Yeah.
Diluc's normal attack only
enough.
needs 1 pyro die and 2 other dice of any type.
I thought she was going to keep talking. My phone buzzed and I wanted to make sure it was nothing important. It wasn't.
In any case, your normal attack needs fewer pyro dice than your elemental skill.
But still not like a super low number of dice in total. It's actually still 3, which is... That's a higher cost than I would expect for your basic-ass attack. Okay, that's 2. So you're still doing 2 damage and this is going to tick down to 1? That's your skill, you did 3.
Now we have 3 energy, plus we have enough pyro elemental dice left over. It's time to use your powerful elemental burst!
Okay, I meant to mention this during the previous cutscene. Diona's actress is having so much fun with this. Like, I actually really liked how she's acting here. Yeah, it needs 4 total, and we have 2 Omni, 2 Pyro. 8 Pyro damage, and gained Pyro Infusion. The character to which this is attached has their physical damage dealt converted to Pyro damage. Duration 2 rounds. And Pyro damage actually is quite useful, I think. Like, from what I understand, infusions are just super useful in the TCG. Because they just have extra effects and are universally pretty damn good.
Time for retribution!
He tries Dice Shaker, okay. Ah, switching characters and elemental reactions. Oh, okay.
In an actual game of Genius Invocation TCG, you need to use multiple character cards to form a party. Next up, it's time for your second character card, Kaya, to take the stage.
Okay, rolling for Kaya. Needs Cryo, but I'm not sure what else.
Oh, it seems like any move by Kaya is going to cost quite a lot of cryo dice.
How can you tell? I mean, I know that they're gonna have us do character switching, so that's why you need Pyro. But in logic, why do you need Pyro? Okay, we've got 3 Pyro, 2... we got 2 Pyro, 3 Cryo. Okay, what can you do? Normal attack is just 2 physical damage, 1 Cryo, 2 of whatever. Skill is 3 Cryo damage for 3 Cryo dice. Applies Cryo and can trigger the following reactions. We only have fire, so that'd be melt, so that's plus 2 damage on that instance of Pyro. And Burst is 4 Cryo, 2 energy, deals 1 Cryo and creates an Icicle. After you... Okay, so that's going to be like a summon over here, I think. After you switch characters, deal 2 Cryo damage. Okay. Okay. Probably going to teach us Melt for this one. Yeah, it was this. It's probably going to teach us Melt for this one and then do this next time, I would guess. Okay, anyway, start with this.
When you deal cryo damage, you'll cause your target to be affected by cryo.
Dodge this!
Good! Now our opponent is affected by cryo. This is a good time to learn about elemental reactions.
Spend 1 die to switch characters, because that's a thing. Spend 3 die, 2 Pyro, 1 Omni, in order to do his skill. To do 3 damage, plus 2 because of the melt reaction.
Different types of elemental damage affect enemies with different elements. When a character is affected by certain elemental combos, an elemental reaction will be triggered. At the moment, your opponent is affected by cryo, so we should try and use a pyro skill on them. Looks like we have to switch active characters, though. Oh, that reminds me. Both sides must have 1 active character, while others are considered standby characters.
Okay.
Normally, we can only use the active character skills. Now, if we want to use the skills of our standby character, we'll have to switch them to the active character. In this case, we'll have to switch to D-Luke in order to use his skills.
Oh yeah, you don't like the alcohol industry, so you probably hate D-Luke. I shouldn't think about that until then. Switch for, yeah, 1 die.
You can spend 1 elemental die of any kind to switch a standby character to the active character.
Yeah, technically the way that it works, like there was a black die symbol there. It's not just 1 of any elemental die. It's however many the number is noted. All of, I think that black is any, then white is all of the same. For 1, it doesn't matter, but as you get to like, it costs 3 white. Okay, it needs to be 3 of all the same kind, that kind of thing.
Let's finish this swiftly.
Switching characters is an action, just like using a skill. So once it's done, it's your opponent's turn.
It takes 1 die and your turn to do that. That seems super risky to me. This stays for
skills can only
2
target
turns,
the
though?
active character. As you can see, your opponent just attacked D-Luke. Alright then, now that D-Luke is our active character, it's time to use his skill.
Hold on. We use this. Use cryo. I think it just stays on cryo. I thought I was mixing up with ice cold because that was it that? I thought there was something where it was like it lasts 2 turns. Meh, whatever. You to do 3 and then 5 because the reaction.
Because the opponent is already affected by cryo, dealing pyro damage triggers the melt elemental reaction. When triggered, melt increases damage dealt by 2. This will allow you to deal loads of damage in 1 go! Genius Invocation's elemental reaction system is pretty cool, huh?
Yes, pat yourself on the back. Let me just win. Boop. God, you as well. Next. Now for the non-character cards.
Alright! Next up, let's learn how to use card types other than character cards.
From what I understand, Paimon's actually a pretty good card because it's spend 2 dice and get 4 dice over the course of the next 2 turns as a result.
These cards are all known as action cards. Each time a match starts, you have to draw 5 action cards to form your starting hand.
But the character cards are guaranteed that you draw and then put them down, I think. I think that might be kind of akin to... No, not... I was going to say it's akin to Commander for Magic, but no, not actually. I think the character cards are just... You put them in play by default, and then you draw from the deck. That kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, so we want Pyro, mostly.
Uh-oh. Looks like we don't have any elemental dice we can spend to make an attack.
We were hoping for either of 2 elements. 8-sided, 2... So 3 of the sides are things that we would be able to do something with. 8 chances, none. That seems like very low probability.
Seriously? We still don't have any usable dice even after that reroll?
What are these odds? Is this fake Grand Order?
Well, never mind. Even in cases like this, we can still attack. We just need to put the action cards in our hand to good use.
Yeah, so when I was mentioning the black versus white die symbols, Paimon here is a black symbol, the others are whites.
Don't underestimate action cards. They can grant all kinds of support and buffs to your active character. Take this one, for example.
Okay, I just need to click. Okay, so that's equipping a weapon. Well, I guess we're about to learn if I was correct or reversed in what I thought these did.
So playing this action card will require 2 of these. See the symbol? Yeah, that means you'll need to play elemental dice of the same type.
I was right! Okay, cool. So yeah, white is, they need to be the same kind. Black is, you need just any, I think.
Some other cards will cost you these instead. The cost requirements for these are much more lenient. You can spend any kind of elemental dice. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, though. For now, just play this action card.
Character deals 1 damage, only Claymore characters. I guess you just kind of need to know? Like, it's probably, like, on the card or something, like what weapon they use. I guess we're spending Geo on it, sure.
So, playing an action card from your hand is a form of fast action.
Instant speed.
Fast actions do not end your current turn. Simply put, you can continue to act even after playing an action card. Well then, you have your blade. Time to test it out.
Wait, can we attack without spending die as long as we do that?
But wait, Diluc's elemental skill costs 3 pyro dice, and right now, we don't even have 1.
Paimon, spend 2, put her down. Does that instantly get us our 2 Omni? Because it's 2 Omni per turn for 2 turns.
Well, not a problem. This is where we can use a more advanced mechanic known as elemental tuning.
I think that elemental tuning is spend 1 die to transform another die into whatever you want.
By discarding 1 card from your hand, you can convert 1 elemental die into the element of your current active character.
Welcome to the stream. Okay, so it wasn't spend a die, it was discard a card. Got it.
And this card isn't useful right now, so we might as well use it for elemental tuning.
Where does that sign me to? Oh, send it over to here, okay. Turn Hydro to Pyro. Yeah, slide. There we go. I'm sorry, what? Stupid mobile controls. Oh, there we go. Okay, just did that by default. Cool.
Sometimes you won't be able to perform any actions you want to because you didn't roll the elemental dice you wanted. Oh well. Moving on.
Okay.
In Genius Invocation TCG, keeping up a constant flow of combat is much more important than the number of cards you have. In this case, well, let's just take all these useless cards and use them for elemental tuning.
Yeah, I guess. I would argue that keeping the bow around in case we switch to Kaya would be useful. But yeah, the polearm here has no actual use. It shouldn't even be in our deck if we were building well, I suspect.
Just like playing cards from your hand, elemental tuning is a fast action. Come on, hurry up! Use elemental tuning to get yourself 3 pyro dice.
Okay, so you can elemental tune and that transforms, but okay, that's an interesting balance actually. You can transform the dice, but you can't get more from elemental tuning, which means that actually does kind of balance, even if you manage to do like an infinite draw combo of some kind. Sure. And you, I guess.
Well, would you look at that? Finally, we now have enough elemental dice to use Searing Onslaught.
Or we could have just used his basic attack 2 dice ago and saved 2 cards. Collapse hand. Skill.
Because you have the White Iron Greatsword equipped, Searing Onslaught will deal 1 extra damage! What?
Okay, sure. I didn't actually think about that as a kill in 1. That is a good reason to try to get those fast then. Obviously a bit of a specialized case. Okay. Intent and final test. Intent, huh.
Now comes the final part! Hoo-yeah! In a real match, you can make adjustments to your initial hand.
We can? Oh yeah, we can mulligan once, can't we?
At this time, we can select any number of cards in our hand to shuffle back into the draw pile, and then draw the same number of new cards. What?
Really? What do these do? Heal 1. Okay, fine. Heal active character for 2. Support card end phase. Usage is 2. Okay. Yeah, fine. What does Alice do?
Once you have confirmed any adjustments you wish to make to your starting hand, both players have to select their starting active character at the same time. Oh boy, this one's a real doozy. We gotta take it out pronto.
It's 12 health, but it's not actually like anything else at the moment.
Let's see how you do this time. Remember, start by selecting your initial starting character.
Are you actually letting me choose? Okay, we haven't rolled energy yet. Look at what these do. Okay, so a sword is useless to us, so we can just discard it. Your claymore, and I think your bow. You are... When you use a skill or equips a talent, which we haven't gone through yet, spend one less cryo die once per round. Oh, it's an artifact, so this is kind of the equivalent of the equipment that we saw before. You can equip one weapon and one equipment. So actually attaching this to Kaya would be really good. That's the Omni thing. Yeah. Convert the elemental dice spent to Omni. Okay. Then there's Great Sword, only Claymore characters. Witch's Scorching Hat. Oh, that's supposed to be Signora? Signora? Whoops. I'm used to seeing her weekly boss form. When character uses a skill or equips a talent, spend one less pyro once per round. I guess start on D-Luke then, because we can equip both of these to him and then use his skill theoretically. I still think that the elemental reaction might have something to say there, but let's just do it.
Let's go.
Okay. Omni, keeping some cryo isn't bad, actually. It would mainly be good if we switched over to Kaya, though. Since we're spending since we're spending a total of 4 on just equipping D-Luke, though, let's try to fish for Pyro. Cool. Great.
Hey, look at you! You sure are getting the hang of these rolls. Now let me teach you one last trick, free of charge. You can preview your opponent's actions. I mean, that is to say, you can read their intent.
I don't know how this would work in a PvP setting.
Check it out. So here's where you can see all your opponent's intentions for this round.
If that's all this thing can do, then we win. Like, we just straight up out DPS that.
All your opponent's intended actions for the round will be listed here in order. Reference this to come up with effective countermeasures and easily defeat your opponents. Well then, that's the end of the tutorial. You're on your own from here. May victory be yours.
Okay. Do not take an Omni, take a Dendro. Play card on you. Oh, 2 of the same element. Oh, it is supposed to be the same, isn't it? Shit. Yeah, sure, I guess this then. Yeah, I don't have any other realistic way to do that. Whip to you. I don't think there's any serious benefit there. I'm going to not use the cryo for a moment. Yeah, I'm mainly thinking of using the Omni plus another for his skill. I think this works then, sure. Cool. He's got that. Yes, that's now 0 and 2. That's just 2. So we can use Elemental Tuning. Let's discard this. Get rid of you. Transfer to Pyro. Okay. Now we can do this. It's just 2 pyro, nothing else. That leaves us with 2 dice, which lets us actually get up to another. I'm not sure that's useful, but it is kind of fun. Versus, that's good for Kaya because it's the equivalent of what we just put on D-Luke. And this is good for multiple turns. They haven't really taught us to use this yet, though. Let's go ahead and just do this. Alright, it's 1 per turn. Forgot. Oh, there's a little energy filling bar thing. Cool. Anyway, discard you. Yes. There we go. Not sure why that worked that way, but sure. Goodbye, Paimon. You. It's once per round. I'm sorry, what? Insufficient dice, that takes 3 total, right. Well, shit. Might have been able to play that one better. Oh, well. That's the game being nice to me.
Wait. There's one more thing I almost forgot. Every time you hit an end phase, you get to draw 2 cards from your action cards pile.
I forgot that she had forgotten to mention that.
Remember, you have to make use of both your elemental dice and your action cards to win.
What do you think I just did? Gee, thanks, game. Actually, we have Pyro equipped at the moment, or out and on the enemy as well. Let's do it this way, then. Keep the Cryo, because that's a maybe. Okay, so we got... No, we only have 1. Okay. One, 2. We could get 2 more. That'd be... Ah, damn it. I think we're gonna be like 1 damage off of lethal. I don't think this is... we need to spend, so I don't think this does anything. Okay, good. Yeah, you just do physical. So if we equip that, then it could do 3 cryo, up to 5 due to the reaction. That would require... Oh, no, wait. We would need 2 cryo. So I'd be discarding both of these. You currently take 2 for this. So that'd be those 2 to do that. Spend 1, that's 3 total to switch. I just talked about the discard to get 2 more. I think that works. Okay. 4 there. Opponent's turn, okay. Switch to you. Spend the Dendro, because why not?
Ready when you are.
Oh, okay. Get rid of that. Spend, or go over to Cryo. You as well. Attack for lethal.
Cool it.
Not guaranteed to be a necessary thing I did, but I used a bunch of stuff. Genius Invocation TCG is a tightly paced, heart-stopping tabletop card dueling game. Utilize your decks by constructing them around character and action cards and go toe-to-toe with various opponents at the table. Roll phase. You will roll... I just got all of this, didn't I? Yeah, cool. Elemental dice. Yeah. Action skill. Yeah. Switch character. Play card. Elemental tuning. Declare end round. Round end.
All right, cool. Those are the basics. Did you get all that? What we just played was an adventure challenge designed specially for new players. Genius Invocation TCG can be played in duel mode, where each player brings 3 character cards, or in Adventure Challenge mode, with a fixed deck for each challenge. But the rules are all the same. As long as you understand the basics, then you should be able to take on any of those rowdy booze hounds.
Although I feel there are still many details to grasp, I think I understand the basic premise of the game now.
That was quite the detailed explanation. I didn't know the Cat's Tail's famous mixologist had such an eclectic skill set.
What? Oh, when did you get here?
I stepped in while you were in the middle of your explanation. I hope I didn't dampen the mood.
D-Luke, that's a range of about 40 minutes there. Might want to be more specific.
You snuck in without making a sound! Anyway, what are you doing here?
The Cat's Tail is a player in Mondstadt's alcohol industry. Naturally, you have some collaboration with my winery. I'm here today to discuss a few items of business with Margaret.
Too bad she just left. But if you head off right now, you might still catch up with her.
Never mind, it's nothing urgent. In fact, I think I'm now more interested in this card that you're using to teach them the game.
Wait, this card? It's D-Luke's character card!
Although I have some degree of experience with Genius Invocation TCG, seeing this particular card is a first for me.
A customer left it behind a few days ago, but he wasn't even playing the game while he was here.
Oh? And what sort of a customer was he?
A drunk
he wasn't
one.
wearing an eye patch, okay? He had a light complexion and a super serious look on his face. He wasn't much of a talker and looked like he was just drinking his worries away. Never seen him around here before.
Eye patch, you say?
Gah! I was trying to give the opposite description, but I just ended up giving it away. Sorry, guard captain.
Don't worry. Somehow, I don't think he'll be giving you any trouble over it.
So, what about the D-Luke character card?
I don't mind. It's just a card with my image on it.
I didn't expect D-Luke to be familiar with Genius Invocation TCG.
The game has been catching on lately. It's hard to go anywhere without hearing it mentioned. Every now and then, I'll sit down and play a game with the customers in Angel's Share. I was hoping we could play a game, but this issue of someone leaving a character card with my image of the Cat's Tail is very intriguing. It's getting late, and someone has some explaining to do. We'll have to have that duel another time.
I guess image copyright doesn't exist in Tevat. Good to know.
Good. Then I'll take my leave.
You know where the door is. Don't let the door hit you where Lord Barbados split you. Uh-oh. Guard captain.
I hope Kaya will be alright. Well, now that we are familiar with the rules, why don't we try playing a game of Genius Invocation TCG?
Ooh, 2 new players having their first ever duel. This sounds like fun! But, in order to play an official duel, you need to have 3 character cards. Remember, a complete deck has to have 3 character cards and 30 action cards. Got it?
Thank you for finally telling me the thing I asked about
Then
half an hour ago.
Let's use my cards. These were mixed in with all the others I had received. And I didn't know what they were for at first. But now that we've learned the rules, I can see that this one must be the Sucrose character card. Now, it looks like we each have the Kaya, D-Luke, and Sucrose character cards. So why don't we have our first duel?
I suspect that if we were to leave now, the other duels would not be unlocked yet. And that's like mainly what I'm trying to get to try to get more cards.
Alright, let's duel.
Okay. So this is healing. Destroy all summons. Sucrose, the card, has a summon. But for 4, and especially on round 1, I'm probably going to get rid of that. Heal active for two turns or whatever. I actually kind of like that one. When a character uses a talent, spend 1 less Dendro die. None of our characters use Dendro. Kaya, Diluc, Sucrose. I think Kaya is Archer. I haven't really been starting on him, though. Willing to keep it. Maybe not a good idea. You know what? Yeah. What did we get?
Unlike the adventure challenge you tried previously, duels are true tests of strength between 2 players. In a duel, your opponent can also use action cards, and they'll also be able to grab new cards during an end phase. At the same time, your opponent must also spend elemental dice to take actions, so you'll be unable to view their intent.
Oh. So that's how you're going to reason that away. Also, were you not using elemental die for the adventure? I thought you were.
Are you ready? It's time for some exhilarating fights to the bitter end. Musa!
Okay, what the hell is my hand? Current active character gains 1 energy. Next time you perform switch character, it will be considered fast instead of combat, and it's a 0 cost. Hell yes! That's the heal, that's Paimon. And that's an equip for Sucrose. Hold on. If I click on Sucrose, 1 animo damage, reacts with element if they are already applied. Okay, so I want to switch to Sucrose if possible. Cryo Swirl deals 1 damage to all characters except the target. Pyro Swirl deals 1 damage to all opposing characters except the target. So same thing basically. Okay, because I liked the whole free switch thing. Well, free in terms of action, so cost 1. So I'm currently thinking... actually, what's your burst? If you switch... Actually, that does... synergize? Synergize, yeah. Okay, in that case, set Kaya as active.
This will be interesting.
Okay, we're looking for Cryo and Animo. Cryo, Animo. Okay, decent chunk of Cryo, and we got some Animo on backup. Good. Okay, so skill, there.
Dodge this!
Suboptimal use of that because you're buffing up multiple characters at once. Okay, so... I probably want to save this for now, because I want to have Sucrose on burst, I think. Oh yeah, that makes a summon. And end phase 2 animo damage. Triggers a swirl after summon, okay. See, I'm currently thinking, spend this, switch to you, spend Dendro.
I want to help.
It's 3, yeah. Okay, so I actually can't do her skill and the energy gain. Can do this, though. Hold on. Discard this. Change the Pyro. I'm trying to figure out how to switch one of these to be the other one. Oh, it tunes to the character that's active, isn't it? Oh, that's actually not what I wanted. Okay, let's just do this then. Then it's 1 cost or 2? It's 2 cost. So it's just normal attack then. And she inherently swirls the cryo. Oh no. It would? Oh yeah, it swirls automatically. Cool. End round. So opponent's gonna go first on the next round. Hey, I got pot of grade. Kinda. Okay, so definitely these. We want to go back. We probably do want to go back to Kaya for the cryo, because that'll also get him his burst more quickly. We got 2 Omnia. That's, yeah, we can use her burst. Cool. Okay, so 2 of any. Use the pyro. I could draw more, but I don't think there's much point. Spend 2 animo and 2 energy to make the summon.
Animal hypostasis emulation.
End of round. Okay. That's healing, that's draw. That's Omni Dice. And you are spend 1 less Dendro. Okay. In that case, go over to you. Spend the Omni, I guess.
This will be interesting.
That's probably objectively the worst, but whatever. I can't get him more energy. Go ahead and just that.
Cool it.
And it'll take 4. We have 0. And the draw more cost 1, so we can just end turn there.
Need to make adjustments.
Probably healing, I would guess.
Darn. I didn't factor that into the equation.
Your own death? Okay. Okay, we really want cryo out of this. Keeping the animo just kind of in case I can switch as necessary. Okay, we have enough for his burst. Cool. There's something to be said about switching to D-Luke for the melt. We have enough for his skill. What does your burst actually do? Ah, right, it's on the switch thing, so sure. Yeah, we need that for that. Damn it. What do you do? Before the round ends, target character's normal attack costs 1 less. At most 1 food per round, apparently. Oh, 1 less unaligned element. Okay.
Oh, so sorry. Dodge this.
And then I want to switch. You. Spend the hydro, sure. Oh, I unselected that. Whoops.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, it's not a free action. Right. Go ahead and discard that to get to Pyro. Then skill to get the kill.
This.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
And it's on... Wait, it's on round end? End phase. But it's our turn continually. Oh hey, we got the 1-up mushroom or whatever the hell. Okay, some pyro would be good, actually, because we can melt on D-Luke with our D-Luke. That's actually pretty damn good. Like, that's only stuff that we can use. Good for you. By the way, yeah. 0 cost. If one of your characters is defeated, you create a new Omni Element die, and your currently active character gains 1 energy. It's just good. Yeah, there's no downside here. What, have you accepted death? Look, I could do something more sophisticated. I could switch to Sucrose, use your skill, maybe. No, you can't, okay. Well, you have the Reticent Venerers. I want a new round, so actually that should work. But it's just, why bother? It's not worth it. We can just do this.
Where did I go wrong?
Okay, so on end step is end of the round. That's actually not as good as I thought it was. Oh. I'll have to think more about that.
I can't believe I lost when we had the exact same character cards. The rules must be more complicated than I first thought.
Or you suck
Every
at card
decision
games.
is a difficult trade-off in this game. If there was only a way to transplant the arms of the 2 standby characters onto the active character's body.
Then you would still only have 8 dice.
Sucrose. Don't be a sore loser. That kind of thing is looked down on in TCG circles.
Oh, I am sorry. I was beaten fair and square. I know that. I just can't stand losing. But it was a fun match.
Where's the I mopped the floor with you, you newbie scrub option?
Paimon didn't know you could get so competitive, Sucrose.
I always get a little upset when I lose. It's like that with my research, too. It always gets to me when my experiments don't go as planned. Especially when there's an alchemy genius like Albedo around to compare myself to.
You lost me at alchemy and experiments. But I'm pretty sure it's normal to feel that way. Playing cards is no different. Each game you lose makes you want to win the next one to settle the score. And the desire to win pushes you to improve your strategy and build a better deck. Seizing victory through a winning combination of luck, skill, and experience is where all the fun of Genius Invocation lies.
But what if you keep trying and never win a single game?
A losing streak, yeah. That'll definitely get you down. But it's way better to keep trying until you win than to just accept you're a plain old loser and give up.
No. The question is, what if you keep losing? Not what happens if I've been losing for a while.
You make a good point, Diona.
Besides, Sucrose, you're already making great progress. It'd take at least 8 of our regular booze hounds to match your level. You played well this last match.
Did she?
Thank you. I'm just a little disappointed to lose, that's all. But Genius Invokation TCG is a really fun game.
Good! Having fun is the main thing. If you ever want to play again in the future, feel free to come by the Cat's Tail. But don't expect me to play with you. I just mean, this place probably has the right atmosphere.
I'll definitely be back.
Alright. I think you should have all the basics down by now. I need to get back to bartending. Shiyan's likely been busy making his tavern more popular with his delicious cocktails. Pui, pui, pui. And we can't have that. Huh. Burning Mondstadt's wine industry to the ground keeps me pretty busy, you know. So if you need any more help, go bother Shiyan.
Oh, talk to him is actually the next step? Okay. No. There we go.
I see. So you have now grasped the rules of Genius Invocation TCG.
That's right! The Travelers, Sucrose, and Paimon are TCG
We are now in extreme debt.
Paimon picked it up from watching you and Sucrose.
Becoming a TCG player is not as simple as that. You cannot call yourselves true TCG players until you have passed the test.
Ah, there's the gatekeeping.
Sobering words from Prince there. But I'm afraid he's right. To become official players recognized by the Genius Invocation TCG Society, you have to pass the test.
Okay. Gatekeeping, but actually officially sanctioned gatekeeping.
It's just a tabletop card game. I'm not sure how you would plan on achieving something like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure something out.
Basically, to become an official and recognized TCG player, you have to best 3 opponents in a duel.
So, you have to win 3 duels against 3 different opponents?
The duel you just played can count towards this tally. I agree. Although I didn't get to observe the match myself, I did listen along, and from what I could hear, you both performed at a rather high level.
Same way you can hear what Prince says?
A well-trained ear is a basic skill expected of anyone hoping to become a TCG master. But back to the matter at hand. The Traveler only needs to beat 2 more opponents to become an official TCG player. Sucrose, you may have lost the last duel, but don't be disheartened. I can assure you that winning 3 games is well within your ability. But first things first, Shuyen. Before that, our TCG newcomers should receive their free gift. Ah, yes, my goodness. Completely slipped my mind. I'm lucky to have Prince here to remind me. Everyone who wants to start playing Genius Invocation TCG is entitled to claim a free casket of tomes.
Oh, Timaeus mentioned it, didn't he? It was from the light novels he's been reading. The thing that the main character found in his attic.
Oh, yeah, it's the Millennium Puzzle.
Oh, that's right! The soul of an ancient TCG player was trapped inside, right? So the casket of tomes is actually real?
No.
Well, actually, all card cases in Genius Invocation TCG are called caskets of tomes. Not only do they provide a reliable and sturdy container to store your decks, they can also sense when other people in the area are also carrying a casket of tomes with them.
That is an extreme invasion of privacy, but it will be how we can figure out just by looking at the map that there are players around.
Oh, Paimon can guess what you're gonna say next. The reason they can sense each other is because they have the souls of ancient TCG players inside.
That would mean an extraordinarily high number of people in history have been turned into disembodied souls as a consequence of playing card games?
Yes.
No. The real reason that it can sense other caskets is because it holds a nifty little mechanism invented by Sumeru scholars.
Darn, what a letdown.
I feel like that wouldn't sell very well because that would just absolutely skyrocket the price of a... Oh, I was gonna say a pack of cards. No, it's technically a deck case.
Alright, now let's see this casket of tomes already.
All caskets of tomes are issued by Margaret, so you will need to see her to claim yours.
That doesn't sound like it would work
Probably for
very
the
well.
best. If Prince and I were responsible for handing them out, knowing how eager we both are to promote the game, we'd probably have dished them all out by now.
Is there a limited number?
Okay, so go and see Margaret to claim your casket of tomes, use it to find another player, beat them in a duel, and then come back here.
But even for the Traveler, that's only 2 wins in total. What about the last one?
Prince!
I shall choose the final contestant she must beat in order to become an official TCG player.
Let me show you
For it
in.
must be one of comparable prowess. Excellent plan, Prince. Happy dueling, both of you.
Okay, I'm gonna keep myself on this side of the screen for now, because I intend to just go back to the duels. I'm not currently blocking anything. Wait, higher. Oh, whoops. Why is he in the fountain?
Hello, you 3. Has little Diona finished teaching you the rules of Genius Invocation? I see you're here for your casket of tomes, aren't you? A very useful tool indeed.
You know, for some reason, I wasn't imagining this shape. I was imagining, like, a deck box, like, where you can fit a couple hundred cards.
So this is a casket of tomes.
That's right, a purpose-built case for your card deck that can even detect when someone else nearby is carrying one. Gosh, whoever invented this must have seriously disliked being alone.
Yeah, well, even the most fun game is pretty lonely if you got no one else to play it with.
Hey, multiplayer game that I'm playing single player. Shut up.
True. So I'm glad that these customers, TCG players, are able to congregate at the Cat's Tail.
I appreciate you just being in this for the fact that it gets you more revenue.
You're not wrong, but that's secondary. The important thing to me is the opportunity for like-minded people to come together and enjoy their favorite hobby. It creates a nice atmosphere. Anyway, now that you have your caskets of tomes, it's time to find some opponents.
All right. In that case, I'll go find some people to play against too. Let's meet back at the Cat's Tail in a while.
Believe in the heart of your cards.
Thanks. I'll do my best.
Gameplay tutorial. Edit your deck using the casket tomes. Search for characters nearby who also possess one, thereby identifying opponents. Simply open the deck menu and using the casket of tomes for selecting a deck to edit. After searching for and locating a challenger, the map will appear, allowing you to mark rival card players who also possess a casket of tomes. You can use this method to tell who you can challenge to a game of cards with ease. When you use the casket of tomes to activate the ability to search for players closest to you whom you have yet to defeat will be prioritized. Okay. Assumedly it's over here. Yeah. Deck. Select the appropriate character and action cards, form an effective deck, press the button, you can switch over to your character and action cards as well, allowing you to build a deck of your own design. Okay. 3 valid character cards and 30 valid action cards. It needs 30, not like you should have, but it needs 30. Okay. Voting with the criteria will hint as such to you. Please take notice. How does it hint to us? Add in the cards you want by dragging them over the avatar at the top of the menu or just sliding them in. Conversely, you can also drag or unslot them to remove them from the deck as well. Additionally, you can drag character cards that are already in a deck to the deck of another avatar. Switch the positions of the corresponding character cards. Right-clicking the card will also allow you to swap the add or remove it. You can select... Hi, Aika. Cryo. You can select the card to review its key details, which allows you to understand not only its effects, but also change its appearance and see how you can obtain it. You can also add or remove cards while in the details section. Okay. So that's all the character cards I have. Kind of wish I could go check Kaya, actually. Oh, sword. There we go. Okay, so he's not an archer. Okay. So, slot in sword, because they can actually use that. Spend one less hydro. That's the pyro. That's probably electro. You are animo, so go ahead and slot you in. Ooh. Oh, once per round. Okay. You know what? I actually like that enough that sure. It's 2 cost up front, but it makes character switching free once per round. Healing so far hasn't been super useful. When action phase begins, create 2 elemental... Okay. I didn't read the when action phase begins before. But that actually is useful for longer fights. Oh, spend 2 dice and convert them to Omni. Yes, please. I like you, because that, again, just it works the same way as this, where it just makes it free to switch. Unlikely to be extremely useful. Oh, added 1 of 1. Okay. 1 of 1. Okay, it's probably 1 on all of them then. This is the switch as a free action? Yeah, fast action, whatever. This was +1 energy to whoever. I don't think draw is quite as strong as it would be in other games. It's much more, can you get the right dice? When you would use a skill, switch your next character in to be the active character. 1 cost, switch on skill. I'm making kind of a switch-heavy deck, so sure. Shift 1 energy switch 1 energy from at most 2 of your characters on standby to your active character. Wait, do I not have that? Gonna wait on that for just a moment. Shift 1 water. I was looking at this. Switch 1 weapon equipment card that has been equipped to one of your characters to another one of your characters of the same weapon type. Currently non-applicable, but possibly quite useful. Shift 1 artifact equipment card that has been equipped to 1. Okay, same thing. Choose 1 summon on your side and it gets +1 usages. So far, Sucrose is my only one that can actually benefit from that. 1 summon on the opponent's side and destroy it. I'll add 1. There we go. I'll add 1, but I'm not sure that it's actually useful. Destroy all summons. Right, so I'm only at 15 at the moment, but that's the end of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so yeah, that's just all my cards. Discard changes. Yep, just everything in there. Okay. No wonder my deck didn't seem great. Half the damn cards aren't useful. When it's level 3. So, TCG's got its own system for leveling. I guess that's the one we need to do next, then. Catherine, you better play this goddamn game.
There's a player nearby! That way! Let's
You
go see
lose.
Aha! It's you!
I'm sorry. Is there anything I can assist the two of you with?
We want to become official Genius Invocation TCG players! But we have to pass the test first, so we need to beat 3 players in a duel. Our Casket of Tomes led us to you!
Oh, I see. Unfortunately, I'm on duty right now.
When it comes to your attention that a citizen of Moss has a need, you must come to their aid promptly and willingly.
Are you quoting the Knights of Favonius handbook at me?
We are in need of your duel.
So be it. Then let the duel begin.
Sorry, I'm getting near the end of my drink here, and the foam was resting on top all that time, so now I'm basically trying to just take a bite out of foam. Okay, we get 200 lucky coin. TCG currency. If we win. Cool. My deck. Yep, start. Okay, so, for Sucrose, for Diluc, useless. Not useless, but I don't like it, really, because I'm not drawing extra at the moment, because I don't have stuff that's, like, 0 cost and or is so transformative that it's worth having. So far, the event cards, or whatever they're called, are nice, but not necessary. So you're for Diluc, you're for Diluc, you're for Sucrose. Before the round ends, normal attack costs 1 less unlined. Shift 1 energy from others onto you is not useful. Let's start with Diluc then, because he has the
Let's
most
finish
stuff.
this swiftly.
We mostly want Pyro here. Yeah, like, even with a character switch, there's not a lot I can do aside from the reaction. Hmm. Okay, so it's two of the same. Okay. Yeah, sure, we're realistically going to just use his skill here to get the first kill. So we can use this. No. Start with that. Realistically, it's just going to be use this and do what they were just suggesting. But this just makes me feel a little bit better about it. Yeah. You cost 0. Okay, I actually can do that. Warring kill. Okay. Draw 2. Oh, no, it's at the start of the round, right. So we have 2 dice. We can change, but there's no need. Wait, did that actually work? No, it'd be spend 1, and then it only cost 1 because that. Oh, no, it still costs 1 pyro. Ooh. Oh, shit. I thought that only cost 2 for some reason. Can I do this and equip it to Sucrose? Really hope this doesn't overwrite. Good. And end round. Wait, these are Hilichurls, so can we see intent? Oh yeah, we can see intent, so this isn't like an actual game. I swear to God, against PvE, this is just the you win card, is the Ito card. Fish for Pyro. Oh, we got 4 Omni, so I think we're good. Okay, that does 3 physical, so that just gets outright. Start with this. Okay, that works. Oh yeah, you have to do a thing first. Cool. Now die. As I get more cards, that's where I'm kind of interested to see where the deck building comes in. Because so far it's on semi-autopilot just because we don't have any cards that really synergize
You're
together.
remarkably good at this, considering how new to the game you are.
I'm good at everything I
Let's play again
do.
when you have some time. But ideally, not when I'm on duty.
We did it! Now we have 2 victories under our belt. Let's get back to the cat's tail. Paimon wonders who Prince is gonna pick as our final contestant.
Paimon, have you seen this continent? I do not doubt that that cat is sentient.
I sensed that she had what it took to become an official TCG player, but she has returned to the tavern more quickly than I had expected.
Did you hold up your end of the deal?
Defeat the opponent I have arranged for you, and you shall become an official TCG player. I look forward to watching this game immensely. Not just Prince. I can't wait either. Come, your opponent is waiting for you in one of the private rooms.
She won't lose to them, whoever it is. Right, Traveler?
This would be a great time to introduce Faruzan, actually. I kind of gave low but possible odds that she would be a pretty big player in all this. Both literally and figuratively, I guess.
What ho, fellow voyager of the stellar void.
Oh god.
Yes, even I was briefly disturbed
Yeah.
when I heard the
Yeah, you were on the
you
you were on the art actually.
Thrice victorious. But so be it. You who are enslaved by dueling desire, be released from your shackles into the glorious arena of gladiatorial combat. Step forth, O brave challenger. Your princessin grants you an audience. Hearken well. The wretched clock chimes yet again, as the declining light of the day grows dimmer still.
Pardon my directness, but we have not been waiting that long. Mein Fräulein could afford to be a little less impatient.
Paimon knows those voices.
Your opponent sounds anxious to begin. Do not delay. That's what Prince said. Please enter and enjoy your Genius Invocation TCG duel.
Sir, you are interpreting Fischl through a cat accurately. What the hell? Why was I stuck on there for a moment? What ho, mein Fräulein?
Hey, it's Fischl and Oz!
No, not Fräulein. Prinzessin, my apologies.
Prinzessin. For, as the name of this hallowed rite suggests, only when the wisest of heroes is summoned can the master of cards hope to be crowned the champion.
Yeah, the genius part of the name has always rubbed me a little bit wrong. Like, you must be a genius to play this game. No, it's a card game. It's helpful if you have a high amount of intelligence to, like, parse some of the strategy layer, but you don't need to be a genius to play a fucking card game.
This path is a treacherous one. It must be tread with great caution, for eternal doom and damnation are but one wrong step away at any given moment.
God, you're a gregreat mascot for this game.
That is why none is more suited to appear in this audience chamber than the Prinzessin, whose Aug de Verurtelung des großen Kaleido-Phantasmus has witnessed 10,000 battles across 3,000 worlds.
3 battles? Oh,
Is
right.
that right?
Indeed. Mein Fräulein has watched many games of Genius Invocation TCG, and has gained a solid grasp of the rules. Even in a duel between beginners, it is best that both participants are well versed in them.
Ah, she's a beginner too.
That's true.
Yeah.
This makes sense now. Prince did say that he was gonna pair us with someone of a similar skill level. Guess that means Fischl hasn't been playing that long either.
The Prinzessin needed but a single glance at these mere machinations of mankind to discern their working principles. Thus, with speed and brilliance paralleled by lightning alone, do I now arrive here at the gateway to yonder circle of secrets.
Okay, that was a
Mein
decent line.
Fräulein, too, has bested 2 opponents thus far, and is therefore one step away from becoming an official TCG player.
So there's a lot on the line, huh? Either Fischl or the Traveler is gonna come out of this duel as an official TCG player.
Oh, sucks that I'm the protagonist then.
The Prinzessin herself heeds the call of fate and descends to this realm from the Immanakreich. Yet still, you dare to doubt the inevitability of the inevitable. Your stubborn foolishness is contemptible.
Mein Fräulein, I implore you to consider less odious turns of phrase, lest you be forced to feast on your words in the fullness of time.
I shall not lose, Oz! What say you, Outlander? Do you wish to make an enemy of me, the Prinzessin de Verurtelung, who even now begins to strum the strings of fate that shall sound out the Traveler's Requiem?
I'm not this much of an asshole that I would actually do this if it were an option. But I kind of want there to be an option of, no, turns around, walks out, goes to the cat, give me a new opponent. Like, just, no, you're being a little bit too over the top there, a bit too much of a dick. I don't want to play you. I kind of want to see what her response to that would be.
Then I say it is time to see what you are made of.
Oh, we're still in the tutorial, so I think I'm okay. Dendro don't care. Convert the ones that are spent. I gotta keep in mind, that's just actually 2 become element, 2 dice become Omni. Oh, shit, I didn't actually look at... It was Fischl, Kaya... it wasn't D-Luke, I know that much, and it wasn't Sucrose, because we only had Kaya in common. Okay, these 2 gongs, I can't use them. This is energy, this is Omni Dice. This is unlikely to be immediately useful, but I want to have it at the ready in case she summons, because Fischl's ult is probably a summon. Okay, useful. Actually, the bow isn't, is it? Damn. Okay, so I can start with the catalyst on Sucrose, use her skill. She can't swirl at this point, though. Right. Maybe Kaya, then, to try to get both of them to burst quickly? Yeah. He's sword, so I can't equip a weapon to him, but that's still probably my best option.
Ready when you are.
Okay, so Cryo and Animo. Tempted to re-roll these, but let's keep them for now. Okay, 3 Omni, 2 Cryo, 2 Animo. It's pretty good, actually. I don't really want to spend them yet. I'll start with this. Right. Since it requires that, we aren't going to be able to burst with him even if we get the energy. Okay, so this, switch, because that'll at least put Cryo on.
Cool it!
Okay, so if I switch over to Sucrose, that'll burn the Dendro. We'll be left with 4. I'll be able to equip for 2. I don't think I might be able to normal attack at that point, but that's it. Oh, right, because I used the Cryo, I actually don't have that. Okay, cool. Switch over to you then. Spend the Dendro.
I want to help.
And that ends my turn, right. Gotta remember that's a thing. End of round, what? You used 1 skill and you transformed 1 die. You have not used 8 dice. Yeah, well. Yeah, it takes 3, that's 2, that's 1. In that case, let's swirl to do the extra damage. And hold on, because all these are 2 cost, yeah. And that both these are 3 costs. Yeah, I literally cannot do an attack and equip a thing. In that case, one of the more... would that be good? I think just getting the damage out is going to be better. I was thinking maybe equip the catalyst and then give her 1 energy. Actually, current active, yeah, okay. In that case, let's just do this, because that'll get the swirl damage.
Absorption test.
And then end round. Oh, you can still switch. Wait, does that just... Hold on. Cryo Swirl... How did you switch characters? Huh. Okay, we have energy transfer. Actually, ooh, with energy transfer. Oh, good. Let's see. Oh yeah, it does what I thought it did. Because I'm thinking that we switch over to D-Luke. We can use the, this card to shift one of your energy from most 2 of your standby characters to your active character. Then have him skill to get 1. This gets him to 2 to get to burst. And then that allows him to do damage to... Is it all of them? I think it's 8 damage at least, and Pyro Infusion. I like the idea, even though it might not necessarily be the smartest. This is largely just because it seems cool. I'm not sure that's enough Pyro, actually. So if I switch to D-Luke, spend the
Let's
Electro...
finish this swiftly.
End of round, because the game really wants you to win. Up. You. On the field. Sure. So now you have 2. For 2 energy instead of 3... Yeah. Again, this isn't necessarily smart, but it is fun. Spend that, spend the Animo. Yes. And then kill Kaya.
Verdict is, don't lose your luck. I'm not done.
This is but a small sacrifice necessary to achieve ultimate victory.
Cool. Oh. Yeah, I can't do anything, so end round. You're summon assist, aren't you? Oh, that's the infusion, okay. Trying to figure out how best to do this. Because D-Luke's good for this turn because of the infusion. But I also want to be able to switch to Kaya because with... No, his energy got transferred, right. Okay, we got 3 of that. Okay, that's good. Okay, we have this, and that's just... Oh, it's 3? I thought it was 4 by default. Okay, so yeah, you're 1 summon, or summon plus 1 usage. Actually, spend 2 Geo, convert to Omni. Good. I don't think it's useful to do that right now. Try to do it that way, just so I have more Pyro to work with. Oh, you declared end of round, okay. Yeah, it's 2 off, so sure. That does get us our energy, okay.
What happened? Oz, with lightning twixt upper and lower mandible, strike thy pointy beak into this obstacle and remove it from my path.
Mein Fräulein, I cannot simply attack the traveler.
I will die! Okay, still our turn. We have 2 left. Realistically, let's go ahead and put this in play. That way, once per round, we can at least switch for free. Oh, hey, more Switch stuff. So, let's see. Animo Swirl would not be helpful because that damages others, and there's only 1 there. Cryo is currently equipped, so I think Pyro is our best, even though we just got a bunch of Switch stuff. You're gotta have 5 Omni. Oh, 4? Okay. Yeah. So Melt is +2.
Let's light it up!
Yeah, so that's the, when you switch, spend 1 less. So same as this, but on a card. And that's event. Support. Hold on, does it tell you if it's a free action? Oh, right. Action cards are just inherently, they don't cost time. Next time you use your skill, switch the character in to be the next active character. That actually works here because I can skill with Diluc, switch over to Kaya. Okay, so I need to use one of those for that, and those 3. That's enough for a skill at least. No, don't use that. Use that. Okay, cool. Ah, okay. 5 on you. Okay, yeah, that did work well. Okay, good. So I switched for free. And those are useful. Go ahead and do this.
Dodge this.
Technically, may as well, because it lets me switch.
Let's
Switch
finish
that.
this
There we go.
swiftly.
And we only have 1, so the most I can do is this, which isn't useful. Yeah, because that's just a summon. So go ahead and end. Basically, we just want Pyro and Omni here so that we can just use his skill. Oh, we can use his normal attack to get the kill at least. By the way, I saw that we draw the free switch or whatever that is. Yeah, fast action switch. That would have been good. Oh, yes, we got the Cryo Crown. Anyway, go ahead and die.
Couldn't break the curse.
Impossible! Ugh, the cursed dragon looms near once more, casting its dark shadow on the slender threads of fate, hiding them from my vision. Traveler, was even this part of your plan?
What is the dragon
What
you're
a
referring
truly
to?
ingenious plot, and what an exciting duel to witness.
Congratulations! You've won 3 duels now. That makes you an official TCG player.
I'd feel better if anyone else was saying that to me right now.
Back! Does that mean...
Yep. I've won 2 games so far. When I got back, I heard you were in the middle of your final duel, so I came over to watch.
Honestly, I was waiting for, yeah, I've also become a player. So I was going to joke in addition to that. Yeah, I fought just like 5 random bar goers. 3 of them didn't even realize how to count their dice properly. It was really easy, actually.
Nice! Sucrose won too as well! Great work! It seems I am forced to admit, fellow voyager of the stellar void, that your mastery of the cards is second to none. To commemorate your glorious ascent to a battlefield beyond this lowly mortal realm, I grant thee an incarnation of my majesty in miniature. As you embark on this ingenious vocation, may you wield it in battle against all your fated foes, that not a single one of them may be left standing.
Main Fräulein wishes to give you a Main Fräulein character card.
Thank you, Oz.
Wow, it's Fischl's character card!
She's not getting any royalties for this.
'Tis a mere token of such. To the victor of this splendid duel is a boon of commensurate splendor due.
Oh, excuse me, ma'am. I am also a beginner who has won 2 games so far. Might I also have the honor of joining you in a duel?
No!
If you would be willing, of course.
Nothing would delight me more. I hereby grant you permission to join me in performing the hallowed rite of Genius Invocation.
One other thing. When I got back, Prince and Shuyan said there was something they needed to give you if you managed to become an official TCG player.
No card game in the world has a card like that.
Legally.
It's some kind of prize for making it as an official TCG player. Let's go get our prize.
Are we making a nameplate or something?
With 3 electro dice, I summon my eternal familiar, Osvaldo Hrafnavine, to my side. Heed my invocation!
But, mein Fräulein, I have been by your side all along.
I mean in the game, Oz.
Then, I'll use Chaotic Entropy to invoke a large wind spirit that deals increased damage when it carries an element other than Animo. So...
Oh, so be it. One shall not be swayed by such a feeble attack.
I was wondering how long they were gonna go. Okay, give me my shit, tell me I'm a real player, then I'm gonna end the stream.
Ah, so it was you who won the duel in the end. I knew you'd do it. Congratulations. You are now officially recognized members of the Genius Invocation TCG community. Very well done. Now, I will explain to you what becoming an official TCG player entails.
Dues are due at the end of each
The
month.
first thing all new official TCG players receive is their TCG Player's Handbook. This handbook tells you exactly what you need to do to become a top-tier TCG player. Make sure you read it. Secondly, a range of Genius Invocation merchandise is now available for you to purchase here at the Cat's Tail.
Oh, this is the
So you
card
see,
shop, okay.
Becoming an official TCG player is really just the first step. And thirdly, whenever you wish to play a game with a friend, you can use the invitation board there. Whoever you wish to duel against, simply invite them to the tavern for a game. Yes, it's right by the bar counter. Once you get the hang
that's
of
what
it,
that
you
is.
can play with your friends whenever you want.
I saw it in the background
That's
before.
it, really. If there's anything else you didn't quite understand, you can always come and ask me. Yes, indeed, I'm quite sure they will. Oh, sorry, I forgot to translate for you. Prince would like to say, hope you have fun playing Genius Invocation TCG.
Okay, there we go. Oh, what? Oh, okay, we unlocked a new mechanic. Okay, yeah, talk to people, got it. I might read that later again, but it was basically buy stuff. Sorry, like I said, I am trying to end the stream at this point. Anyway, so, I'm not going to keep this as purely a stream thing, I think. I am actually having fun with it, to the point that I want to go play other NPCs and collect cards outside of stream so I can make a better deck. I suspect that there's enough other cards and enough stuff to do that I'm not going to max that out in a few days, though. Just because I have a ton of other stuff going on, if nothing else. So, currently my thought is that next Monday, so the next non-dedicated stream, because again, Sundays are the anime watch-along, next Monday I'll go ahead and do a follow-up Invocation TCG stream, and I'll just kind of see how that goes. Like, see if I've actually collected any new cards. If not, then you'll see the progress uninterrupted. If so, then you'll see me with a hopefully better deck. Yeah, that is going to be the end of the stream, so thank you all very much for joining me. Where did they go? God, I love how many cats there are here. Anyway, But yeah, so if this live stream hasn't ruined your life, then go ahead and do all that YouTube stuff you've heard a million times. I hope you have a wonderful remainder of your day, and hope to see you in the next one, where I'm taking my streaming weekend as usual, so I can go try to get some other stuff done, relax, get my energy back up, all that kind of stuff. And then I will see you on Sunday for the weekly anime watch-along. We're starting to get into the last couple of episodes of the season, and so stuff's reaching its climax, theoretically. Some of them it's a little bit hard to tell. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. So thank you all very much for joining me. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.